Hey, Humanityville, on this spectacular Sunday, I want to talk about perspectives for a minute. For example, my perspective 30 years ago would have been, oh, look at that neck of that woman. Oh, why would she want to show her neck like that? That's one perspective. And now, in this season of life, I look at this and I see the roots of trees strong. And it makes complete sense that Spirit had me sitting under this tree, just like the tree. My throat chakra has opened. I'm owning my words. I'm embodying for the first time my whole life who I really was. So these wrinkles or the veins or whatever, they are the accomplishment. Some people would look at the sweat pouring off my face and say, ew, why would you show that? Well, and then there are those that would resonate with the fact that this whole dance of transformation is a workout. You have to work muscles you've never used. You have to exercise control of your mind and realize that it is not controlling you. It's your tool. You have to flex the muscle of faith that you're going to get back inside to that spark of God that you are, and that you have the strength and the tenacity and the patience to peel away everything that isn't the true you. And then you reach a place, like I remember a year ago when Spirit said, you have to let go the final shreds of my old story. And Trevor Hall has a great song called the story, or the old story. And I had to finally say goodbye to this image that I had of myself of being scattered and flighty and my head in the clouds. See, these are images that people gave me. And then the other side was true too. I was told I was too much and I talked too much, and maybe I just needed to be quiet. And so I had this picture of myself as being the freak, the hippie freak, right? And about a year ago, Spirit, and I knew it was coming, but I didn't really know how it was going to happen. And I knew that old self of mine, the one that had the masks on, the one that knew kind of who she was, but wasn't ready to reveal her because, it was hard enough to be rejected as who I was, let alone coming out as really who I was, right? And then the day came. It's time to bury Terry, the hippie freak of the South, and step into your real name, Teresa Marie. And then I looked up the meaning and I was like, that's always what I've wanted to be. And that's who I am. That's what I came here to do. I came here to harvest. I came here to help people see fruit in their life. I came here to dance alongside humanity as they dance their way back inside to their God spark. And I have been called to document my journey back home, to make it a little more familiar, a little more, familiar is the word, comfortable, a little more comfortable. If you see somebody else going through it, you say to yourself, well, if this old woman in Middle Tennessee, and see, that's a program too, because I'm not old at all. I'm youthing every day. I'm getting stronger every day, healthier every day. Heck, my eye doctor told me last week that I was reading a line above 2020, or a line below it, I should say. And I was like, what? And he said, no, Teresa, you don't need glasses. I'll give you glasses if you want them. Excuse me. And then I deal with this, the last thing the Matrix wants is an open throat chakra, is somebody stepping back into their sovereignty and going forward even when the attacks keep coming and they continue to go back inside to their place of power and say, no, not today. Not today. You can try to choke me up, but I'm going to take a sip of the water of life, and I'm going to keep on going. So I just was having these thoughts as I work this bed. So here I am. I showed you last video that I had just broad forked. Here's my broad fork right here. And I pulled out the roots, and now I'm I'm making 13.5-foot beds with an 18-inch walkway all the way down the bed. So there'll be 3 beds with a walkway. But look what I had to do. I'm still pulling junk out, which then has to be filtered through because I use everything on this property. All the debris, I've called it collateral damage, all the weed fabric has to go. I have to make the beds look pristine because I am giving back. This is giving back to the mother. This is my thank you to Mother Earth to reclaim a spot of our property that could be fruitful and multiply. And it started with recognizing the need to remove all the debris and the weeds and the quote-unquote collateral damage. And what a picture of the stance of transformation that we're on. And forgive me for that coughing attack, but I think it's important that you see what you are capable of, especially in the midst of. And this week is I know God is going to have me bust out even more. And the very moments where I feel like the last thing I want to do is record are the moments I'm going to be called to record and explain some of the things that I'm going through physically. For example, I have areas of my body that constantly feel like buzzing electricity, and it's not going away. It increases sometimes. Sometimes when I'm doing my moving meditation, it'll increase. Sometimes it'll decrease. At the same time, I'm experiencing a lot of inflammation in my body. I am recognizing that caffeine is not my friend, not right now. And I have become so accustomed and so reliant upon caffeine, and therefore it's got to go. I've known for months that coffee had its grip on me, so to speak. It gripped me by the tutu, right? And I'm not having that. I have to stay as strong as I possibly can because we're in the biggest spiritual battle ever on the planet right now. And I am here to help people know that they have somebody that they can dance alongside of. And so therefore I have to lead out with showing that even somebody my age, I'm 65, you can do difficult, hardcore gardening tasks, for example. And I'm so thrilled to turn this over and utilize the richness of this incredible ecosystem that's right here, or ecosystem right here in my yard. And I'm getting ready to sow in all of my autumn vegetables. And right now, as I'm sitting here, I am getting attacked, and I say attacked by bugs. I can feel them on my legs. They're biting my neck. See, they like that sweet sweat, see? And again, everything is a choice. We have free will. I could go in and say, ew, I don't want to be out there, or I could look towards the future and say, I'm going to sow these seeds so I have fresh broccoli and cabbage and cauliflower, and I'm hoping for Brussels sprouts, and be thankful for the shade above me right now and the ability to sit out here and give back to the planet, because she's given so much. And as I reclaim this plot of land, she's going to give me yet another harvest. We've already had a huge harvest. I've put up a dozen jars of pickles. I've made my first tomato sauce with my own tomatoes, my own basil. I have made numerous pots of mint and lemon balm tea. I've dried some of them. I have dill, and we've eaten massive cucumbers and zucchini every way that you can think of, and we've shared some. Now, we're not at the stage yet where we can share a whole lot. I'm learning first out the gates how to enjoy it when it's fresh picked, and then put it up for Raj and I, and then we go out from there. But each step is a learning. Each step is a lesson. Each step is a victory, but you have to do the work. I can't sit in the air-conditioned house, and honestly, people are going to think I'm crazy, but honestly, I loved the fans. I have never liked electric air conditioning. I don't like the sound. I don't like feeling cold to the bone. I don't like being in the summer and having to wear long sleeves in my house, and to work in it 8-10 hours a day. It's just horrible. And yet, this is what I'm choosing. Now, you may have a completely different path. You might hate being outside, and you have an artistic flair, and you want to be in a gallery or in a studio creating, but to get there, to do and be who you've always wanted to be, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes courage, it takes work, and nobody is coming to do that work for you. And the easiest hack that I can give you, and I am hacking myself right here, because if I did this 10 consistent minutes in a day, I would be so much further. But it's moment by moment sometimes, and that is to just give it all, to surrender it all to God, to His infinite power, to that connection. Just like I picture myself in a little capsule or what have you, where I just put my arms straight like I'm going down Shotgun Falls at the water park, right? And I'm thrust into God's energy, and He helps me accelerate getting to where I always know I was going to be, doing the things that I'm doing now and watching it unfold and build out. But I still battle with I have to do it. I have to make the time. And it's the days, the moments that I give it all up. And I say, I don't know anything about what I'm doing here. And I have big gaps of that. Financially, I don't. Dude, this is like, what? You're telling me to go home and start making steps forward in my mission. without an income? For months I was saying, are you crazy? I'm saying this to God, who created everything, who feeds the birds every day. And I'm thinking that he's not going to think about me. He's not going to take care of me. And it's such a lie. We're fed such lies of lack and slavery. And I have ants crawling on me. I've got mosquitoes crawling on me. And yet I have to keep going. And so I guess that's my spectacular Sunday message. There's another mosquito. You see it right there? Boom. And remind yourself that no weapon formed against you, not even your own mind. The best thing that we can do more and more is to lose our mind. It's where the battle is, right between the ears. We need to connect back with the rest of our body. We need to start listening to it, and we need to start listening to Mother Earth, because there's so many answers that she has. And maybe you'll discover that you like being out in nature too. And in the meantime, as I battle skeeters, I'm going to go and get these beds planted out today. I hope you have the greatest health with your most vibrant energy. And of course, peace.